Okay, imagine this. You can play pretty much any game you want with anyone you want, wherever you happen to be. On the sofa, sure, but also, out and about. Maybe not beamed into your brain quite yet, but we're getting closer to total gaming freedom. And that's what we're diving into today. Xbox's big plans for the next generation. We're looking at their official announcements, checking out what GameSpot's reporting, trying to figure out how Xbox actually plans to pull off this really expansive vision. And crucially, what does it all mean for you, the player? The initial sort of aha moment here isn't just that gaming's changing, but that Xbox, a console giant, is really pushing this idea. They're redefining owning an Xbox away from just the box under your TV. It's becoming this whole ecosystem. That feels like a big shift.
It really is.
Yeah.
And they're quite clear about the philosophy driving it. That line, play the games you want with the people you want, anywhere you want. That's the core. For you, the player, this flexibility, it kind of shifts things. Your game library isn't just tied to one console cycle anymore. It becomes more persistent, more part of your digital life overall. It can definitely push the industry away from hardware battles towards, well, ecosystem loyalty.
Right. And a huge piece of making that vision work seems to be this partnership with AMD. They're calling it a strategic multi-year partnership. Sounds like more than just buying chips off the shelf. They mentioned co-engineering silicon. For consoles, yes, but also for handhelds. What does that deep collaboration really unlock, especially with AI in the mix?
Well, co-engineering means they can tailor the hardware specifically for their software, for the Xbox OS, for Game Pass, everything. You get efficiencies, maybe features you just couldn't get with standard parts. It's designing together. And the AI part. Yeah, it's not just buzzwords. Think potentially more dynamic game worlds, smarter NPCs, maybe even like real-time adjustments based on how you play, all running on these custom chips. And, importantly, they keep stressing compatibility with your existing games. That's key.
That makes sense. That AMD partnership really supports the bigger goal, doesn't it? Making the platform genuinely always with you. I
Yeah.
I remember those debates, which console do we all buy just so we can play together? This feels like it addresses that old problem.
Absolutely. It underlines that message.
hmm
The Xbox experience isn't just one device or one store, not locked to a single store, tied to one device, that hardware independence is fundamental. And it's why they're working with the Windows team too, right? To keep Windows strong for gaming. It all feeds into that bigger ecosystem idea.
Okay, so then you have Sarah Bond, Xbox president, back in February, saying the next Xbox will be the largest technical leap you will have ever seen in a hardware generation.
Hmm.
That's a huge statement. But what does a technical leap even mean now? Is it just better graphics or something more fundamental given this AMD stuff?
Yeah, it's a bold claim. I think the leap isn't just raw teraflops anymore. It's probably more about how that custom silicon and software work together. Think about seamless switching between devices, like you mentioned, or if those AI-powered game worlds, maybe better cloud latency. It's about the whole experience, the fluidity. And that seems to tie into their handheld plans too, interestingly.
Right, the handhelds. Because the news there is a bit surprising. Reports suggest Microsoft's own Xbox handheld might be paused, maybe even canceled,
Yeah.
but they're not giving up on handhelds. Instead, they're working with Asus
Yeah.
on multiple Xbox ROG Ally devices, supposedly for this holiday. No price yet, though.
And the really interesting detail there, for your listening, is these Asus devices. They'll apparently play all types of games, including PlayStation PC titles. That level of compatibility, playing games from competitors, that's a big deal. It really signals Xbox shifting maybe more towards being a service, a platform, less about just selling their own exclusive hardware box.
So, wrapping it all up, what does this mean for you? It seems to boil down to flexibility. You're potentially getting advanced graphics, maybe AI enhancements, but definitely more access, more games, more devices. They're trying to tear down those old walls, making your game library feel more permanent, more valuable, no matter what screen you're using.
Exactly. We've seen this ambitious vision from Xbox, pervasive, flexible gaming. It's backed by big partnerships like AMD and these interesting hardware collaborations like with Asus for handhelds. It really seems focused on player choice.
So here's something to think about. As gaming keeps moving beyond just the console, into our hands, onto all our screens, what does true platform freedom actually look like? And how is that going to change what we all expect from gaming in the next few years?